All right. Second half of this page, by writing and solving equations, we can find the missing pieces. And a lot of people, if they've got good number sense, good math sense, they don't need to write an equation. They can just look at the picture and say, oh, I can see those two angles add up to a certain amount. I'm just going to subtract the one I know from that amount and find out what's left. I've got a straight line here, and I have two angles that are adjacent, and there's no gaps between them. It's just x and 136 degrees. And I know that if I have a straight line somewhere, that adds up to 180 degrees. So these two angles are supplementary because they add up to 180 degrees. So I know that whatever angle measurement x is, if I add 136 degrees, I get 180 degrees. That's an equation. Now I just have to solve for my x, for my unknown. That's a double E standard. But let's use it again here because we can. If I want just x, to find what x equals, I'm going to have to get rid of this plus 136 here. So the opposite of adding is subtracting. I got to take it away. When I do that, I get x plus 0, which is just x. And I have to do the same thing on the other side of my equation, otherwise it's not equal anymore. So 180 minus 136, 80 minus 6 is 4, and 7 minus 3 is 4. Okay, 44 degrees. Plop that in a calculator, it'll be a little quicker than doing it in your head. So all the problems on this paper involve two angles that are either supplementary, which add up to 180 degrees, which looks like a straight line, like these two, or it says the word in the problem like this one does. Or they're complementary, meaning you can see that they make a right angle together, or the word complementary is in the problem. And so anytime you write an equation, you say, okay, the angles I have are x degrees and 74 degrees. And I can see that they make a right angle together, so that equals up to 90 degrees. If I have to solve this guy, I got to do the opposite of adding 74. And I find that if these two come up to be 0, all I got is the x anymore. I got 16 degrees left. 16 degrees it is. You can always double check by saying, did I do my subtraction correctly? 16 plus 74 is 90. Cool. Over here I've got two angles, and it doesn't matter the order you put them down in. I always like to put x first because I'm used to seeing equations in standard form where x comes first, or x squared then x, then the constant. So that's a good habit to get into. I've got x, and I've got 58 degrees, and I can see from the picture that they make a right angle. That's 90. I got to move my 58 degrees off of this side, so that's x plus 0. 90 minus 58 is 32 degrees. Okay. At any point, by the way, you can pause my video and try it on your own, make sure you understand. You don't have to wait and watch and follow along on all these. Some of these are meant to be tried on your own. I got x, and I have 52 degrees. And I can see from the picture there's a straight line and there's no gaps, so it's 180 degrees total. And what I'm left with is 28. 128. I'm doing it all in my head. I can't remember if those are the right answers. I recognize the numbers, so they might be the right answers. Alright, two angles are complementary. One of the angles is 15 degrees. What's the other angle? You could draw a picture if you want to. It helps you think about it. I have a 15-degree angle. That's going to be a pretty skinny angle. If you look at these, 180 is the full way, 90 is up here, 45 is halfway between. 15 degrees is kind of a skinny angle. So if you wanted to draw yourself a picture, it'd be close to this guy, which was supposed to be 16. I got my 15-degree angle, and what I don't know is that one. I'm going to write 15 up top so I can see it. Oops, you can't even see what I'm doing. I'm sorry about that. And together they make 90 degrees. So I know that whatever my missing angle is, plus the 15 degrees, that adds up to 90 degrees, because they're complementary. $75 degrees. All right. Oh, here's angles with names. ABE and DBE are supplementary angles. Supplementary means they'd add up to 180 degrees. They'd make a straight line together. The middle letter is B, so that must be what this point is in the middle. I got A. ABE is 61 degrees. That's kind of that shape. They both share an E, so this middle ray I'm going to call E. And ABE is a 61 degree angle. And DBE, that's the one I don't know. So we're going to find the measurement. Under 19 degrees.